Hello, students, staff, community. It's me, Mr. C. I'm here to talk to you today about RESPECT, respect. Find out what it means to me. Well, here's the definition right here. This is a simple definition, or if you're in kindergarten or fifth grade, it makes sense to me. Respect is caring about the feelings and rights of others. Okay, yes, it's important to care about yourself, but as a community, it's also important that we care about other people. And showing other people and other things sometimes respect is caring about them, right? Caring about their feelings, caring about them as people, understanding that they have rights too. So I really quick just want to talk about what respect looks like in school when you're respecting other kids, when you're respecting other students, when you're respecting peers. If they're older or younger, that could look like being kind, right? Think about the golden rule. You want people to be nice to you, so you need to be nice to other people. Showing respect to other kids, to other students, is being kind to them, being nice to them, using kind words, but also kind actions as well. Taking turns in sharing, right? Yes, it's okay to want to do something, but if you're being respectful of others, if you're thinking about their feelings, well, you know that they want turns too. And everybody wants to play. So taking turns in sharing is a great way for students to show respect to other students. And then finally, being safe. We need a community that feels safe, that is safe. And so our actions help other people to feel safe as well. If we're doing things that make other people feel unsafe, that's not showing respect. So we need to make sure that we are being safe around other kids, other peers, other students, so that we're respecting them as people, knowing that they want to feel safe and be safe as well. All right, now let's talk about respecting teachers. Now, respecting teachers is important too. And it's very similar to respecting our friends, very similar to respecting students. We need to be kind to teachers. We need to use kind words to them as well. Using kind words and using kind action is a great way to show respect. Here's a big one I think that teachers really expect. And I'll tell you a little bit why. Listening. Making sure when they're talking, we're listening. Because a lot of times teachers need to communicate with lots of kids. And so if we're not listening and they have to repeat themselves a bunch of times, that's really frustrating. That would make a teacher feel frustrated. And remember, respect is about being careful about other people's feelings. So we don't want our teachers to get really frustrated because they have to repeat themselves a million times, right? I hope not. Not if we're being respectful. So we need to be active listeners. We need to try to look at them if we can, but make sure that we're tuning in when they're talking so that we can act when we're expected to. And then finally, I think one of the best ways to show respect to teachers is not distracting other people around us. So if we're supposed to be doing our work, or if there's an expectation we're supposed to be eating lunch in the lunchroom or playing safe on the playground. I mean, it's okay to distract our friends on the playground, I guess, right? But if we're in class and we're working on an assignment, should we be distracting other students? Well, no. It's a teacher's job to make sure that we're all doing our work. And so you show respect by doing your work, but you also show respect by making sure that others have a space where they can do their work and they're not being distracted. And that way a teacher knows, ooh, I'm doing my job and I'm doing it awesome right now. Okay? And they feel respected by their classes, by their students. I want to talk about one more thing, respecting our community, respecting spaces and things and people in our community. We need to make sure that we're keeping our shared spaces clean, right? You might not care so much if you walk by a bunch of trash on the playground, though I think a lot of people do, but think about how that makes other people feel. If we're being respectful, we think about how our actions affect other people. And if we're respecting our spaces and our community, well, then we don't want to leave a dirty playground or a filthy hallway or stuff on the floor in the bathroom or things all over our desk and on the floor. No, we want our shared spaces to be clean because that shows respect to everybody, right, in our community. And then I want to talk about being safe again. We want a community where people are happy and they feel safe, right? Because if we're being respectful, we're thinking about how our actions affect how other people feel. Our actions being things that we say, but also things that we do. So if we're being safe, we're being respectful to our community. Now, I know that was kind of just a crash course on respect, and there's lots of different ways that we can show respect in and around school. But a lot of it is different for different people, different classrooms, and different teachers and students have different ideas. So now it's your turn to talk to peers. It's your turn to talk to your teacher. It's your turn to talk to your classroom community about what are some things that we do in our classroom that show respect for each other. What are some things that we do with our teachers that show respect for our teachers, but also other adults? How do we show people working in our cafeteria respect? How do we show people that keep our school clean? How do we show them respect? How do we show a kindergartner respect if we're a fifth grader? As kindergartners, how do we show respect to kids sitting in our class or to fifth graders even? How can we show more respect around our school, and how do we actively show that respect? Show that we care about other people's feelings, but that we also know that they have rights too, that they matter as well. Showing respect is showing that you know that other people matter and that other people's feelings are valid and important. So how do we do that in and around our school community? That's what I want you to answer